Hey, what's up, everybody? Hammer Heart Metal Reviews here once again. Today we're doing another edition in my series of lesser known gems where I'm talking about some albums that I feel like don't get enough love, that aren't well enough known, that maybe I can shine a spotlight on and talk about and introduce you to some new music that maybe you haven't heard before. So for today, we are going back a few years to 2021 with the self-titled EP from Nemorous. So if you are unfamiliar with this band, this is the only release this band has put out to date. This is some atmospheric black metal from the UK. This band formed from the ashes of another truly excellent band, Wodensthrone, that I'm sure you have heard me talk about on many occasions on this channel. But if you are unfamiliar with Wodensthrone, do yourself a favor and change that right now. They only released 2 full-length albums, but they are both top-tier atmospheric black metal. A couple gems in the genre for sure, in my opinion. Some of the best atmospheric black metal out there. Those albums, Lost from 2009 and Curse from 2012, were both absolute masterpieces. But then the band broke up, and then a few years later, kind of reformed under this new name, Nemorous. Changing up the style a little bit. It still kind of feels like Wodensthrone, going along similar type of path and style, but they've injected it with some more like post-black metal elements as well. And I just feel like although Wodensthrone maybe is somewhat well known, I feel like not too many people talked about this Nemorous release, and that's too bad. So I wanted to kind of spotlight it today and just give you my quick thoughts on this EP. This would be for fans of bands like Wodensthrone, obviously, Winter Filleth, Wolves in the Throne Room, Falls of Rhoros, anything in that general style, you will get some enjoyment here. This EP is only 5 songs and it's about 36 minutes. So let's dive into the actual music itself. So the EP kicks off with the first song, For We Who Shall Know No Rest. This kind of starts off the album with this like slow, prodding, atmospheric black metal style riffing that's just really rich in emotion, and it really builds the atmosphere for the album as a whole. Just really builds this like engaging soundscape, but there's these really nice melodies that pop up as well that will really stick with you. So when I say there's melodies, I wouldn't call this like melodic black metal. That's not what I mean. This is still atmospheric black metal, but these little melodic sprinkles in there, along with these almost like softer like post-black metal moments that just really help to build the mood and the emotion. Overall, the vocals are more on the black metal rasp side, but they also bring in a more guttural, almost like death metal vocal style as well in certain spots. But it really works well, and it's a great way to kick off the album. The second track after that, The Crucible of Being, picks up the pace a little bit compared to the first song. I will say I think this is one of the standout tracks on here for sure. So if you're just going to go check out one track, go check out The Crucible of Being. It's really got this anguished tone, but furious at the same time. And it's got these like self-reflective lyrics. And the style on this song is really reminiscent of Wodensthrone. It just sounds like it could have even been a lost track of maybe something they were working on for their planned 3rd album that never happened. It's just the same style of songwriting that I'm used to there. But it's got some really beautiful moments along with the more aggressive parts. Just a really well done atmospheric black metal song. The third track here, The Bereft, is just an instrumental interlude. It's well placed. It's a little breather in between the first couple songs and the last couple, but I won't talk too much about it. It's just a little interlude to kind of pass the time in between songs, but it works well. It serves its purpose. And it leads right into the 4th song, Omega, which is possibly the best song on the album. It's a 10-minute epic. I just absolutely love this style of atmospheric black metal that just paints this huge soundscape in your mind, and it pushes and pulls on your emotions. It's gonna tug on your heartstrings. It's melodic in spots, but it also thrashes away with some blast beats and some harsh black metal moments. So it really keeps you on your toes and engaged with like the momentum of the track and not necessarily knowing which direction it's going to go throughout its runtime. But the 10 minutes is well justified here. Really great track. Probably my favorite on the album if I had to pick one. And then it goes into the 5th song, which is a cover song, The Wind That Cracks the Leaves. It's an Ingowan Ring cover, which is a folk band, but they kind of put their touch on this folky track into a black metal setting, and it really works. It's just a really cool take on a folk song. It's almost like relaxing black metal, if that makes sense, but they really just put their own spin on this, and it's a well-suited closer. Like, it really fits here. It brings in some cello and some violin to really add this texture to the overall sound and add this folkiness to their black metal. And yeah, it's just a really well done cover and well placed at the very end to wrap up the EP. I keep saying album, but it is just an EP. Like I said, only 5 tracks, but it's really worth your time. I wish that this band would release more. Maybe they will. Maybe they're working on more stuff. I would absolutely love to get a full length from this band, or maybe come back as Wodensthrone and release another Wodensthrone album. I don't think that's ever happening, but if it did, I would welcome that. But yeah, hopefully we get a full length from Nemorous at some point. If I was going to score this out of 10, I don't know, as it's quite on the scale of excellence as the 2 Wodensthrone albums. I wouldn't say this is an all-time classic, but it's only an EP. There's only 5 tracks, but I'm still very comfortable giving this 8 out of 10. It's very enjoyable, atmospheric black metal. If you're a fan of Wodensthrone and have never heard this before, definitely change that. Go give it a listen. And if you've never heard either band, just go listen to all the material. It's really great stuff. You won't be disappointed. If you've heard it, let me know your thoughts on it down below. That's about it for this video. That's about it for today. So hopefully this gave you a new album to go check out. And until next time, Nemorous Metal Reviews out.